Biblically Centered Kids.
Well, hello! Happy Friday, March 22nd, 2024. This is the Biblically Centered Kids podcast. My name is Miss Danika, and I'm excited to be with you today. Thank you so much for listening. We have a fun national holiday today. It is Talk Like William Shakespeare Day. Do you know who William Shakespeare was? He was a playwright, actor, and a poet. He lived in England and lived from 1564 to 1616. He wrote plays such as Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, Macbeth. He is considered by many to be the greatest writer of the English language and also one of the most influential. He is credited with introducing nearly 3,000 words to the English language.
Whoa!
Also, his works are the second most often quoted after the Bible. So, if you're wondering how to talk like William Shakespeare, it is easier than you think. I bet you're already using words that he came up with. Here are a few words and phrases that we can credit William Shakespeare with. What's done is done. That is from his play Macbeth, and it means you can't change what you've done, so don't worry about it. Too much of a good thing. That's from his play As You Like It, and it means more of something might actually be bad. Like one cupcake is probably fine, but to eat 24 all by yourself probably wouldn't be a good choice. What about the word excitement? That's from his play called Hamlet. This word conveys a feeling of bring it on. William Shakespeare got people excited about excitement. Of a sudden is from The Taming of the Shrew, and it means suddenly. Normally we add all, as in all of a sudden. What about a wild goose chase? That's actually from Romeo and Juliet, and it means a useless search, like trying to catch a wild goose. What about hurry? Have you ever been told to hurry up or hurry this way or let's hurry? That is from the play The Comedy of Errors, and it means to go faster or to rush. And William Shakespeare actually helped make that word popular. All right, and our last word we can credit to William Shakespeare is amazement. He actually used this word in over 9 plays. It means bewilderment. Kind of like if you're stuck in a maze and can't find your way out. So, today we can talk like William Shakespeare by using phrases that we probably already know, which is pretty cool. All right, but it is Friday, and you know what that means? That's right, it's quiz day. You can either answer aloud or grab a pen and paper to write down your answers. Are you ready? Let's go! All right, what is virtue L that we've been talking about all week long? Is it A, we lead with principles? B, we lead with patience? C, we lead with porcupines? A, we lead with principles. B, we lead with patience. Or C, we lead with porcupines. That's right. The answer is B. We lead with patience and respond with understanding. What does the virtue patience mean? A, waiting with a good attitude. B, waiting with a poor attitude. C, asking 1,000,000 times for something until you get it. A, waiting with a good attitude. B, waiting with a poor attitude. Or C, asking 1,000,000 times for something until you get it. Of course it's A. Patience helps us wait for good things, to be nicer to others, and to trust that everything will work out in the end. Can you think of a story from the Old Testament that shows patience? On Tuesday, our episode was about Moses and how he had patience with the Israelites in the desert. But also, God had ultimate patience with all of them. God had just set them free from Egypt, and then they were already complaining. Thankfully, God offered them patience and continued to lead them through the desert. How can our Old Testament story offer us hope today? Well, God has patience with us when we sin or when we make a poor choice. And he loves us so much that he is willing to wait for us to come to him. All right, can you name a New Testament story that demonstrates patience? Yesterday, we talked about Lazarus and how his sisters had to wait for Jesus even when they thought he was too late. But Jesus also had to have patience. He had to have patience to let Lazarus die so that he could perform the miracle of raising him from the dead. Well, that is the end of our quiz. I hope you knew all of those answers. And if not, feel free to go back and listen to our other episodes from this week to refresh yourself on patience. I know that I'm so thankful that God gives me his patience when I mess up or sin. And I'm sure you're thankful too. I loved getting to spend time with you today. I hope you enjoyed reviewing what we learned this week about our Virtue L. Have your parents visit biblicallycentered.com to get some resources for your biblical family virtue journey. And if you are enjoying listening to Biblically Centered Kids, why don't you tell all your friends so they can work on biblical virtue with you? Remember, we give patience because God first gave us patience. Until next time.